Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of Who Am I to Judge podcast. I'm Alexis.
And I am Samantha. Welcome back to the show.
Yes,
what's going
up with
on? You look cute. I told Alexa I like her jewelry.
Okay, I'm literally wearing a necklace that says Alexis and some gold hoops. That's why it's like funny.
And I like your shirt too.
Thank you. It's actually a sweater vest.
Right. That's what it looks. That's what it's giving.
Like low cut a little bit. I don't have a bra. I was like, let me just chill. But anyway,
yeah.
I am feeling good. I went to work today. I went to the office, and then what else? I came home after work, played on my game. Juliet walked the dogs. I was like, yes, because you know that I'm gonna be stuck with these little girls for the weekend. So I was just like, okay, I mean, not the weekend, the rest Wednesday to Saturday. So I was like, oh, that's nice. And then I made some French fries. Like I cut the potatoes and seasoned them. Now they're in the oven because I'm cooking dinner tonight. So they'll be cooking while we do this. I don't know. I'm feeling good. You know, it's been a weird couple of days, but it's great now. What's up with you?
Yeah. I'm good. Had a couple. I worked the whole July 4th weekend. So I've had 2 days off. Monday, yesterday, and today. Today's been cool. Me and my mom and my sister went to like it's a store called Franklin's in Hyattsville, and it has like lots of like knickknacks.
Yep.
Yes. So it has a whole bunch of knickknacks stuff because we're getting ready for the family reunion. Our family reunion is going to be next week. So we're going to have like prizes for like our karaoke and like family feud stuff. So that was fun. We got ice cream. Yeah. Have you had the Franklin's ice cream yet?
I have, like years ago, but I have when my family we got ice cream. It was good.
And I got a squishy. This is my first like stress squishy.
It looks like a little gummy bear.
I know, and it was like it really feels good.
So how was your 4th overall though? Did
me.
you feel like you had a holiday weekend, or you felt like you were just on the grind the whole weekend?
It was chill. I mean, again, I'm like that meme of that was circulating on July 4th of like the closing like the sky roof window of like the flag. You know? Like July 4th, like closed. Because I'm literally just like, I don't give a fuck. Like I literally was telling my because you know, I'm lifeguarding with somebody that's not from the US. So he's like learning English. He's from
an immigrant.
Slovakia. And, you know, I'm telling him like, you know, it might be busier because it's a holiday.
Right.
But like it's not that important to everybody because
yes,
we were not all free on July 4th. So I was like explaining that to him. And it was just funny. But yeah, that was like the general consensus over the weekend. The pool was not too busy, so it was so chill compared to other pools that I know were like hectic. So I'm just blessed to have a chill pool, and
let's do it. I'm glad you had a great weekend and you worked and made some money, but I think there's a lot to talk about.
She's rushing me.
Let's get to it. All right.
Who's on trial?
I'm like, there's so many things.
I mean, we're talking about July 4th weekend. I feel like so much happened this weekend.
Let's start with the Taylor Swift wedding, because I feel like that was like everywhere on the news. So just so y'all know, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce got married this July 4th weekend at Madison Square Garden. There were, I think, they invited a lot of people. There were pictures of Lena Dunham going, Simone Biles and her husband, Gigi Hadid. I mean, the list goes on and on. The list goes on and on and on. And a lot of people, though, in the conversation has been about just like, I have a lot of thoughts. This is my first one. I feel like there was a lot of conversation around like it's happening at the Madison Square Garden because that's like one of the places where they can control security, right? It's like they are used to big crowds. They have underground tunnels where like the NBA players come into the to the court. It can be very secure. But my thing is, when it comes on, like I saw a tweet that was like, but when it comes on Netflix and Apple in a documentary on Netflix or Disney Plus, can they then say it was about privacy? And I'm like, right? Like, it's just like, if this at all gets anywhere near a documentary or sold to Vogue or anything that
I
like is
mean,
less than the
currently,
privacy that's the less than the privacy that Zendaya and her man got, then it's like, there was no need
Alexis,
for the whole Madison
there's
Square
no,
Garden shebang,
there's
bitch.
not
You were
even a
gonna.
conversation about that. Like
Then my
that,
second thought was, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I just don't want to forget about that. Like the fact
Mhm.
that they had a billboard that says just TNT married. Like there's
Mhm.
nothing private about that. You know what
I
I'm
think they're like,
saying?
well, you didn't see the inside, you didn't see my dress, you didn't see my this, you didn't see my that.
You
Like,
didn't
there's a
have
lot
to
we have to
announce the
see.
moment that you got married though. Like, you know what I'm
No,
saying?
they shouldn't
Like,
have. But I think that they're thinking
but I'm
about
just,
privacy indoors. And I'm just like, but if we get to see behind the curtain, was it really about fucking privacy? Then if we're gonna eventually see the dress, it was never about privacy. Like Zendaya, I
it
don't think
was
we'll ever see the
never
fucking
about,
dress. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the fact that it was there, the fact that it was on the July 4th weekend, closing down streets, like the, the optics of privacy is the part that's not private. Like, you know, it's like you are a billionaire. You don't have to do this. We've seen it with other celebrities that are bigger, like that are quote unquote bigger, like, you know, Beyonce, all these people. Like, this is not about privacy. So I just don't even,
She's saying it
I
is,
know
and that's
that
what I'm saying.
people
It's
are
just very
saying it, but it's just
it's
stupid.
just funny. And then the other thing I was thinking about was, I'm just so curious if they're gonna try to like write off this like wedding as a tax write off because
They
like there was
are.
like the thing of the $26 million donated, and then there was the thing of they're giving away Cartier watches, they're bidding off vintage cars at this
Mm-hmm.
wedding, and I'm like, the wedding actually sounds like an auction, and so I'm just like, I'm actually thinking they're gonna try, which is kind of this is I guess it's like the most billionaire thing you can do, but you're trying to write off the wedding. And so I'm just like, that
They're
was
trying
another
to
thing
write
that
off a
struck me
lot.
because I'm like, I've never been to a wedding where they're auctioning off anything. I mean, they might give party
Also,
favors, but they're not. But it's not that.
I mean,
They're
we
not
are
auctioning
not
off vintage cars.
crazy. Even like I'm not even into like, you know, the sports betting, but like Kalshi, whatever it is, Kalshi sporting betting app. That was like a thing too. It was like, is Taylor going to have her wedding at Madison Square Garden? And it was like at 1%. And so, yeah, it's all about mon- making money. Like,
Right, or not
it's,
spending it. And
or
then
not spending it.
my last thought was, um, it's just, I mean, this is the thing. I understand the place is inside Madison Square Garden was probably of our wildest imaginations in the sense that like it probably did not look anything like it. She has an unlimited budget. She can literally get a set designer in there and
They
build a new
said they had
floor.
a
You know what I'm saying?
castle.
She can make it look like a fucking forest if she wanted to. She could get fake dirt. So I'm gonna give it to her. Like I'm sure it didn't look like a fucking stadium, but it still is extremely tacky
Ugh,
to
the
just to
energy.
have to say the word I got married at Madison Square Garden as a like that's it just sounds tacky.
Yes.
Even
It's
though I
a
understand it looks nothing like it.
Yes, and there's some parts that do. You can't change the dressing rooms. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't change the
She probably did.
certain elements of it. There's a part where you walk in and it's like, okay, right, I am at Madison Square Garden. Like
Mhm,
there's
mhm.
no way that you can, you
But you
know,
don't think that
fully
with an
separate
unlimited
themselves.
budget that you can, because I thought the same thing too, but I think it was somebody said this to me, maybe Courtney, where it was like, but with an unlimited budget, yes, when you walk in and we walk in and it's like Dunkin' Donuts, Lido, you know, whatever, it's like she
Mhm.
literally has the money to change that, like to drape it, to change the colors, or to put a temporary
Yes, but
wall
she's
around
not
those
doing
things so
it.
you don't even see it. Like, you know, it's like I think we're not even
Yes.
big enough about how much this can be
I'm
transformed.
sure I've seen amazing activations of things being transformed. Yes. I think yes, I'm sure it looked completely different. I'm sure it probably looked like fucking Disneyland with like the castle and
Yeah, like
who
all these
knows.
temporary walls changing it so you don't even look at the
Yes.
vendors.
I
Like,
mean, the stuff that came out looked like,
but I don't know if that
like
was real.
it looked like props of, I mean, it said Taylor Swift weddings up on it.
I know,
Like,
but there's been some AI pictures going around of like her wedding, and I'm like, so I actually don't know which ones are like real or not because I know some of them are AI
gotcha.
generated.
Either way, sure. I think that could be true. Like, I'm sure it didn't feel like that inside, even though I did see an article that was like, it was like buffet style and people were like in
That's
line for
shocking.
a long time.
That's shocking. Like, why would you
Yeah,
do that? Like, you have a budget to literally
it
just
says long
hire a
lines.
catering company and just be like, put the food on everybody's table. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I just think that it says some even ate on their feet because there weren't enough seats. This is a
there weren't
TMZ
enough seats for the
article.
people. Didn't
That's
she
what they said.
invite them and they RSVP? How do you not have enough
It
seats for?
says Tracy. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, their celebration kept guests waiting when it came time to eat. TMZ has
Mhm.
learned attendees stood in long buffet lines. Some even ate on their feet because there weren't enough seats. Sources who attended the
That's
party tell
horrible.
CMZ that there was no formal sit down dinner. Instead, guests lined up at
Mm,
multiple buffet
mhm.
style stations before searching for one of the limited seating area. There
Get
was a
it.
bit
I
of a
get it.
show. So yeah,
Mhm.
I think that
I get it.
it was a spectacle. It
Mhm.
was like
It was a party.
it was probably awkward.
Mhm.
Like I just feel like it whatever. What
I mean, this is the
frustrates
thing. I don't
me
know her,
is
so I don't care enough. But it's just like
I
it's
mean,
tacky to me, and I think that she did it for money,
I don't
and I
care if
think
I don't
she
know this
should get a
girl.
lot.
I think that this is whack. I think that this is says a lot about her character. I think
Mhm.
that having a wedding on the America's birthday the day before of like 250 years, I think is weird. I think inconveniencing all of those businesses,
How do you
I
feel
think
about
is
holiday
just
weddings in general? I'm curious.
oh,
I don't love it.
it's
I've gone to a New
yeah,
Year's
I
Eve one,
don't
and I
love
was
it.
like, I kind of want my New
I
Year's
don't
Eve
love
back.
it. And I've never been to one, so I don't know.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's just like I think the inconveniencing people, like businesses having to shut down. There's like a pub
Yep.
that had to shut down. That's like the
Yep. They were
busiest
on the
weekend.
news.
Yeah, the busiest weekend. Like it's a holiday
We're a
weekend. I
pub.
think
Yeah.
that all of that is so inconsiderate and
Mhm.
she has no idea how people were planning those weekends, like counting on that, like just not having any care about how this affects people when it was
Mhm.
so fucking hot. Like I don't know.
Mhm.
I just think that it just shows who she is.
Mhm.
And
I think for me, it does show who she is,
Amer
but I feel like I knew this. We knew this going in, right? We saw her
we knew
emissions
this
in the
going
private jet.
in
We saw, like, we knew
for
we knew what
sure,
this
but
was gonna be, you know?
I do think it is compounding. Like, I think that, especially as spectators, like, it is crazy to see the lengths that she's willing to go
Mhm.
to be like, don't look at me, but look at me. Like, you
Mhm.
want
She loves
people
the
to
head
talk
shit for
about,
sure.
you want just people to talk about, like, this is like Princess Diana or some shit. And it's just like, this is forced and
Mhm.
is just, it's
She
just weird.
definitely loves attention, and, I mean, it's just the same old shit with her, but, like,
And you saw
whatever. I
that
don't think it'll last. Huh.
one of the owners of like most of the ICE detentions in America
Was in
attended the
attendance,
wedding.
yes. Mhm, and
Yes.
Adam Sandler was the officiant. It
Adam
was just a
Sandler was
lot of
the
weird shit
officiant.
going on at this wedding.
Trump also, or the White House also posted another thing like
I
referencing them.
saw.
And then people
Mhm.
are like, the girl that is so pressed over Olivia Rodrigo, like she
Who?
is pressed over Taylor Swift.
Oh,
Like
okay. I know what you're talking
somebody
about.
that is so pressed about trademarks and copywriting your work and all this stuff, like you're not saying anything to the White House. So it's just like, yes, she has been doing this, but I do think that it's interesting seeing people it's just interesting seeing somebody do this right now. Like, it's not landing, I think, the way she probably wants it
Mhm,
to. Like, I think it's
mhm,
turning off a lot of people. Of course, there's gonna
mhm,
be those crazy people
absolutely.
that are, like, coming in from Arkansas to see Taylor Swift get
Mhm,
married, but, like, it was just a over the top. I don't know, it just seems really it's sad too, it's just like, this is your personal private like, your life is your brand, damn
mhm.
near,
I mean, I
like
think that's what "Is It the Right Word" talks a lot about, like, how she
mhm.
actually had a really good video about this wedding, right before it happened. It was like, it's just symbolism of, like, her life is Taylor Swift the brand, which is, like, a very sad thing because I guess in the past, that was very distinct for her, is, like, her relationships wasn't a part of her brand, and now it is, and, like, that is how you get, what do you call it, Madison Square Garden wedding on the 4th of July. It's like when this becomes your brand. I don't think it'll last. I don't think any marriage that
I mean,
gets
I don't think it's supposed to even
anybody
last.
married at Madison Square Garden is going to last. But, it is what it is.
I
I'll
don't
be
think it's I'm just like, it's just weird. It is weird, it's like I haven't paid this much attention to Taylor Swift, like, ever really, and it's just in this way of just getting to know this person that is a little it just seems, like, off. Like, this is just, like, weird, like
definitely off. I mean, I feel
and
like
then
a lot
all
of
the
these.
people that just come to the wedding, I'm just like, "Are you just coming to see what happens?" Or,
Absolutely. I
like
think if I got invited, I would come to see what happens. I literally thought about that the other day. I was like, a lot of these people got that invitation and probably RSVP'd a second later because you want to see what the hell this spectacle looks like inside. Like that's off of it being at Madison Square Garden. I want to see what it looks like inside. I'm going to this wedding. And then like all the
mm,
drama and the dramatics and theatrics that go with it. Hell yeah. I would be there front and center. Like, but I think, yeah, something's off
I
with
don't
her.
wanna
It's
be
been
in
off, but
that
I don't
room.
think you can be that kind of I don't think you can be normal when you have been as when you were a child star. Like Olivia Rodrigo is an exception, okay? But I think that regardless, it's stupid. The wedding was a joke. It was a way too much theatrics for love, in my opinion. I don't think they'll last.
It's
I
like
think
it's a part of the like, some people are saying that's a part of the like, that it is a farce and, like,
maybe.
like, the
I
gay
mean, I
lore
don't.
rumors
It's
of,
like
like,
if you did all this for a farce, it's just like get a
I
life.
mean, it
Like
kinda makes sense, though.
go to
It's
the
like, this
studio.
makes money. It kinda makes sense, like, this is, like
But what money is she making? Besides the Netflix deal, I guess, if she puts this on a documentary, but if she's writing off the wedding, you're not making
yes,
money off the
tax
wedding,
write-offs. I'm sure there's
but you
ways.
don't make money off of it. It's just that she doesn't have to wait, does she get the money back? It's as if it's like I feel like the only way she's making money straight up is if she sells the footage or her
I
pictures to
mean,
Vogue,
I think she's sell like, I think there's
and I do believe
stories
she
being
will.
sell. I think I think there's things that we don't consider when it comes to how this could be an opportunity for Taylor Swift to make money, like,
I mean, I absolutely believe
this
this will be on Disney Plus. Absolutely.
but
That's
even
not a
if it's
question.
not, I'm just saying, like,
And she's
I
selling her
th
pictures to Vogue.
yeah, it's just, like, selling the pictures, like, I just feel like everything's kind of for sale,
Well, I guess billionaires
and
think alike. We said that last week about Jay-Z and Beyonce. I guess when you get to that point, everything's for sale, you know? It just is what it is, unfortunately.
it's
Even your
very
wedding.
tacky. I'm sorry, like, that was and I yeah, it's like, you're a billionaire and this is what you choose to do, like, it's
Yeah,
just
I guess when money's
weird.
not real, you're just like, "Well, shit, I'll go to the moon." I mean, that's what fucking Gayle King and them did. I feel like it
But
really is a
I would
point where you're
rather
like,
do something like that, like,
"Oh, I
this is
wouldn't."
almost giving damn, like not go to the moon, I'm not being literal, but I'm saying this is, like, giving, like, Disney adult to me, like,
She is a Disney adult, probably.
this is like, you can do anything you want and you
Mhm.
want this
And you
is
do
what you wanna
this,
do.
right? Mhm.
Like, you
I
can
mean, I
literally get the most beautiful view off of the cliff
yes.
and you
Of a
know what I'm
private island
saying?
on the coast
Yes,
of
or in
something. But yes,
Italy
this
and
is her
something.
dream. I think this is a someone again who is like I mean, I think you have to put her in context. Like, I think for a normal person, yes, but this is someone who who's been fantasizing about marrying a football player since the moment she was born, right? This is someone who loves the fairy tale, and she's like, "I'm in New York." You know, she has a song called "Welcome to New York." It's like she's in New York and she's just here. It's like this is. It doesn't surprise me that she's doing these things. It's just that because she hasn't matured. You know, she hasn't matured. I'm sure when I was younger, I said, I want to get married at Disney World or at a castle or it's just like she hasn't matured off of that,
I
unfortunately. But I
also do
mean,
wonder, like, I'm just
it is
like,
what it is.
through this weekend, I've been wondering, like, what does Olivia Rodrigo think about this?
I mean, she's
Like
laughing.
this must be so crazy
I
to
thought about that too. I
witness.
think she's laughing and rolling her eyes and just being like, I mean, what is she saying? She's probably just like, she's so unhappy and just like, she's
Yeah, at a
desperate.
certain point, it gets sad. Like at a certain
Yeah. And
point,
I think a lot of people have gotten there with Taylor. Like, I mean, is the right word? It's kind of sad. Like,
it's kind of sad.
this is a marriage and this is how
But
you treat it,
it's
but
crazy
whatever.
because I just don't see. I think also what's sad about it, it's just like if we're talking about this is a PR relationship, like I don't think he likes her. Like, like I just
No,
don't really.
I think he likes the machine of her. Like, I think he likes the lights and the glitz and the fame that come with meeting with Taylor, 'cause I think he also has problems. I think he's addicted to, like, the spotlight.
Mhm.
But, no, I don't think he's her
And
type or anything.
I think both of them have definitely like given up, possibility of having like normal like love and relationships, like I feel like it's interesting. Like I do kind of like Kayla and Nicole. Obviously I don't know the ins and outs of their relationship, but they seem very like if you see I've shown you that video of them like after a game, like they just
Mhm.
seem very connected and like actually like they like
Yeah.
each other. And it's just kind of like if
I
I can't
mean,
have something like that, then I might as well just.
one thing me and my friend Maria have been talking about that a lot, and one thing that, like, we talk about is how, like, I think that this for her and him for her, probably both for them, is, like, this is a different it's just a different feel of a different type of love. Like, this is a love for them that's maybe, like, more mature in the sense that, like, it's not super passionate, hands-on,
Damn, you
like
give
it
them a
does with
lot.
other 3. But I think that, like, it might just be good for who they are. It's like they're both like, she is a megastar. She needs someone who is comfortable being a megastar. She got that. This is good for his brand. Makes more money being with her, so it's good for him. And she's always wanted to be a football player. So in my mind, I'm just like, while it
But
might not
that's
be the attraction and all the things that were with Kayla Nicole,
you think he loves her?
unfortunately, I think, yeah, when there's a billionaire standing in front of you who's not ugly and
Love.
who makes you get more money, yes, love can grow. I'm not saying they're gonna be together
Mm-mm.
forever. I actually don't think that. But I do think he probably would say he loves her because I mean, if you gave me a billionaire and I was single right now and they weren't ugly and they made me money by just being with them, I could grow in love. Like Shira Seven says, you can grow in love. Like, I think that's what happened to
Alexis,
him. Like,
I do
I don't
not
think
think he's grown
probably
in
the number
love.
one girl that's ever turned him on or anything, but it's like,
Not
I think
that, but actually really liking this person and
I think
not
he does.
being
He would
into
say
it for
yes.
his own selfish
He would
motives.
say yes, but I'm sure he's
How do you
blinded by
know?
a bunch of
Yeah,
shit.
I
Because he's
think in the
winning. If a
back, I
billionaire
think
came
in
up
the
to you right now,
background, this is what I think. In the background, this is kind of a joke for him. Like, I don't think that he likes her.
I
I
think he
don't
likes
think
her enough
that
to be with her.
I don't think
Samantha,
he's
you're
really
saying that
with
if a
her. Like
billionaire
Alexis, I
came up
don't
to
think that
you,
they are really Alexis, I truly think that they are a PR relationship
they might be
and
PR, but I think he likes
but
her.
listen, like they are in a PR relationship and like they are not really together like that. Like I do not believe this relationship
I
is
think they're
like a
together.
relationship. I
But I think
don't.
it's very
I
basic. Like, I
don't.
mean, I think that, her
I
parents
don't
set
think
them
they
up. I
see each
think
other
that
a lot. Like I
I
don't
think
think
they probably
that
see each other like most celebrities do, which is probably not a lot when you're married to a celebrity. But I don't think
no,
that
they're
I
not
don't
a
think they're
Russell
a
and
match made in
Sierra.
heaven. I don't think they're so like I don't believe in soulmates, but I don't think they're quote unquote soulmates. The one, my person. What I think is timing happened and they aligned at the same time. I don't think they're gonna last. I don't think any of that. But I can't imagine. I can see how that shit
People get
happened. Like,
married for money all the time without actually liking, like
really,
actually.
but I don't. But you're really about to say here, so you don't think he likes her? Like, he probably likes
Yes.
her. I don't know
I
if
don't
he's
think so.
madly in
I see
love,
her
but I
when
think he
I
likes
see
her.
Taylor Swift, I see like somebody that's really immature. Like she
He is
seems like
too!
can you listen to what I'm about to say? She
I have been
seems
listening
like
so much
she
right now.
Alexis, no, you keep on cutting me off. Like she seems like a person that, like you said, lives in this um a stunted development. Like when she's talking about being, you know, just like acting shy, like seeming goofy and like an awkward way. Like I don't think that they really get along, but that's my opinion. I'm like, I'm shocked. You give them a lot. You giving them a lot.
I mean, I think liking someone is not that hard. Like, especially if someone has $1 billion and they're sitting in front of me and they're not ugly and I'm single, I'm sure I can fall in like I'm sure I can make something shake. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not hard to
Yeah,
have a
but for
crush.
a
And I don't, well,
guy,
hold on, let me
I don't think
finish.
he has a crush.
I don't think that, and also, it's someone he could have sex with. I don't know. I don't think it takes that much for a man. I guess in my mind, it's just I just don't think men are that
I
hard to
think
get.
he's tolerating her. I think
What'd
he's
you say?
tolerating her. I think he's
Yes,
tolerating.
he might be tolerating
I
her,
don't think they
but
have
that
anything in common. I don't think they're
oh, I
like,
do. I think they both have big egos. I think they both like the stars.
sure,
I think they have that in
but
common.
sure, okay, they have that in common, but that's not like talking about in-depth conversations. Like I truly
No.
don't think that
Like,
they have I think that like they might have a flirty thing going on when we see them. I think that that probably is not happening as much behind the scenes. I think they
mhm,
probably have pretty separate lives for the most part. And I think
mhm.
that I don't think that this is like a true marriage. Like I don't think they're sleeping in the same bed.
Oh, I think they are because 'cause I'm sure he's having sex with her, but
Okay, you can have sex, but not.
I don't think he's capable of having a deep conversation, to be honest. Like, I think very low of him. And so I guess in my mind, I just don't think he's that hard to get. I think like him doing the chugging the beer shit, like he's immature. Like I just feel like
Yes, but I get
I
that
don't
too.
see that
I
they're
just don't
doing
see,
much.
I don't think that he's into her. I think that she's
I
into him. And I think that
I think
he
she's more into him
I
than
think
she is
that he can see
into
his
her.
value. I think that he can see her value in like obviously the whole fame of it all as well. She's not ugly. She's,
No,
you know what I'm saying?
a
But
dollar
I
sign.
do, yeah, dollar signs, and she's not ugly. Like, but that's pretty much, and like all the benefits that come with that, you know.
Correct. He loves that shit. And that's what I'm saying. It's hard. Like, I can see a role where that for him, this is it. Like, we have seen men like be with girls for less. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I'm not saying he won't cheat. I'm not saying he won't, whatever. What I'm saying is, though, I actually think
You think they're in
they're
a
both bad
serious
people until they're both good
relationship.
together. Like, yes, exactly. Like, I think they're both have flaws. I think they're both immature. I
Mm.
think they're both probably don't have aren't capable of having like a really good conversation at this point. I actually think they're at the level where they're both like ego censure. They don't care about people. Like, I actually think they're both at the same level to be attracted to each other. And I think that's derogatory, like what I'm trying to say. And so
Mm.
that's why I'm just like,
I can't even see two people like that actually even having a real
and then
relationship.
money's
Like,
involved. So then
and
it's
I
like,
think
okay, of
that
course we'll date you.
I think he's a little bit, like, I think that she has a serious arrested development, and I think that he has had
Absolutely.
more experiences and is seeing this
Sexually, but he's
not
chugging a beer on
sexually.
national
It's
TV.
not about sexually. I think being with Kayla Nicole is not just, they weren't just like goofing off and whatever. Like I think that they were
I have
serious.
no idea where they're going.
I think he's capable of straightening up and, you know, being more mature. I think
Mhm.
that a lot of like obviously Taylor Swift is a easy, like he doesn't have to do anything. With Kayla Nicole,
Correct. He just has to
you
be a
gotta
chill
grow
bubble.
up, you gotta really, you
So
know,
maybe he likes
man
that.
up.
That he doesn't have to do much to get much, you
I
know?
get that, but what I'm saying is like I think that he is capable. I think he's choosing. I don't think that Taylor Swift
Mhm.
has much of a choice in terms of like her mental state. I think that he could be in a more adult
Oh, absolutely.
situation,
Yes.
and I think that because of that, I think that gives him an a advantage over her to just be like, he's like, yeah, I'm about to just be
I mean,
here.
the
Like
money. The
I
money's the
can
motive. Yes,
pretend to, I can give a fake kiss on,
I
whatever.
would do it. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I would do it. I would grow in love with a
I know,
billionaire.
but I don't think he has plans of growing in love with her. That's what I'm saying. I think he is truly just riding this, and like
More power
I
to
think
him.
even more what you're saying is like, giving more of like a willingness to really see where this goes. I don't know. I don't give it that. I don't give it that.
I don't
I
think
think
this is,
yes,
like I
me and
said,
you could maybe do that, but like for him, I feel like he is probably just
I don't
riding
think
this
this is his
wave.
type, but I just think he would be a fool not to like lock in as long as he can because she has a lot of money and he makes a lot of money being with her. And I think
Yeah.
he understands that. And so
And
it's
I
like if
don't think
I have
love
to,
or liking has anything to do with that.
but I do think he probably would say he likes her. Like I'm not like I think that would be naive of us to say he doesn't think like
I mean,
like is
he
something
might
kindergartners
say
are capable
that, but
of. Like,
treating her actually like,
well,
having a little bit of a crush
I
relationship,
think
I
he has
don't
a
see it.
crush. Like, I
Okay.
think that's something
Okay.
kindergartners can have. So I'm just like, I think he's capable. I'm not saying I don't know if he's in
They've been
love.
together for a while too. I don't know if that's like I don't know. I don't think that's long lasting. Like if you're talking,
Oh,
I don't know.
no. I mean, I said that from the jump. I don't think they're gonna last, but I think he does. I think if right now you were to ask him, he actually believes he likes her and loves her. But I don't think this marriage has any legs because no marriage has any legs starting this way. You don't start in Madison Square
Mm,
Garden.
I
It's
feel
an
like
idiot.
he is.
And I also just think he's
I
immature, and
do.
I think she is too. And I think her family runs her life, and I think
And I
she
think you're actually right because he is so playing that role right now. He would have to say that. So yeah,
yeah,
I
I think
agree
he
with
would
you.
say it.
He's playing the role though. I don't think he actually is tapping into any real feelings that he's
No.
probably experienced before. Like
No. No,
he
no, no. But I think
is
he would say it. And he should
yeah,
say it because
because
look, if
he's
you're
he's
making money,
acting. I
I say
mean,
it.
but I
He
do
would
kind
say
of feel
it.
like he's gonna become the villain in then this next era.
I think they're gonna have an ironclad. I actually think they might even. I mean, my friend Maria was like, they might even have an open relationship. Like, who knows what the writing of the contract is, but they might actually just be able to do them. But publicly, they're a united
I
front.
think
Like, like,
she's gonna be on this Elizabeth Taylor shit, and I think that this is not her last divorce. That's gonna be my
oh no, she's too chaotic for that.
thing.
And these are celebrities. Like celebrities, I feel like divorce is not a big deal. And her parents are divorced, so it makes me see that like
But that's
she
what I'm saying. I think that he is going to become a
and
villain
his parents are divorced.
in the next era of like, the football guy dumped me and he whatever.
She would love that story, Eric. Let me tell you, that would be her best. That's her victim shit. So she would actually kind of love that.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
You
There
saw
was somebody
Blake
else.
Lively wasn't invited.
I did. I think that's interesting to me. That's very interesting to me.
Of course she was gonna throw a dig at somebody.
Let's do.
Anyways, I wanted to talk about
You can go for it.
what were you gonna say? I was gonna say
No, you
Beyonce.
go. Let's talk about Beyonce. What do you want to talk about?
So over this July 4th weekend, on July 4th, Beyonce released a song. It says Beyonce released first new song in 2 years amid upcoming album speculation. So she released a full version of Donk, which is called Morning Dew now, with Donk in parentheses. And it says it starts a 60-day countdown to the anniversary reissue of B-Day's first release in 2006. So yeah, the song came out. It surprised the fan. Some people have opinions on it because, like, I'll say I didn't really listen to Donk like that. I feel like I've heard it like a couple times, but like I didn't have like an affinity to it. So I feel like I'm more so living with it for the first time, while other people are like, they like the original version, like she took out some things. It's also started speculation about, like what this means. They obviously put it out with this story about like B-Day's anniversary coming up, which is, it came out September 4th, so on her birthday. And then Jay-Z announced a solo show on September 4th this year. So obviously now the beehive is swirling a little bit about just like what's coming, what does this mean? Are we getting a joint album? Where's Act 3? All these things. So first, do you like the single?
Yeah, I
Have you
liked
been
it when it
listening to it?
I haven't I mean, I listened to it, like, a couple of times, but I've always liked this. When it was in what was it in Life is But a Dream, was it in? It was, like, a clip of it. There was a clip of this in one of these documentaries, and I remember always liking it. But, I mean, it's just kind of weird now for me, like, now that I know it's about Jay-Z, I'm just kind of disgusted by it. So it's hard for me to listen to it because 'cause I'm kind of disgusted. What about you?
I gave it a listen in the car. So I listened in my earbud first and I was like, okay. And then I was like, okay, I want to listen to it in the car. I
Mhm.
listened to it and I definitely like it. Like, it's like I get it. Like I get the song. Like it's it's like groovy and yeah, I feel like I'm practicing when I do listen to it, I'm practicing my ears of not thinking about Jay-Z in any way because I just
Oh,
cannot think about it. Like,
yeah.
but yeah, I was a little bit confused. Like I guess like maybe this is like a thing of, throwing us off of we need to stop trying to predict because we don't know. Also, like them talking about B-Day with this song, I was like, I thought this was more so the self-titled era, but maybe she wrote it during B-Day song, but I mean, but like B-Day album, but I feel like most Beehive associate this song with self-titled. And
Mhm.
then the visuals for it, that was from Kissing You, the song Kissing You that she has. And so it's like
Mhm.
so that was a little bit confusing too, because I'm like, was that even oh yeah, that was on B Day. Still in Love
So what are
Kissing
you
You.
thinking? Like, what are you trying to say? It's
I
just all
just
over the place?
I was kind of confused. Like I don't think of B Day when I hear about this Donk song. I more
Gotcha.
so think about self-titled. So then I was like, okay, B Day, all right. So
I
yeah,
want
I guess they're doing all this 20th, 30th anniversary this year. So
I what was I gonna say? Yeah, I she's been doing that because she did like, she didn't release anything for Lemonade, but she put up a bunch of pictures for Lemonade, so I guess that's what she's doing this year. I definitely think it's to throw people off, I do believe that, because she doesn't want I feel like especially because I feel like with Cowboy Carter, everyone was calling it country before it even came out. Like, there was no surprise factor to it because we all knew it was
mhm.
coming, and I think she wants there to be a little bit of a surprise like it was for Renaissance when it came out and it was like, "Oh,
Right.
you're doing this." I think, like, it's very not Beyoncé that we call it before she releases it and we know exactly what it
Mhm.
is, and I feel like that's what it was for Cowboy Carter, so I think she's trying to throw us off.
I think this B-Day one is gonna be a little bit more like I could see her doing some like re-releases of the album and stuff. Like I would like that
Mm.
like made me think I was like, I wonder if she's gonna put it in Target, because I could see that
Oh,
for this because I think
interesting.
Lemonade was 10 years, so this 20. So I feel like she probably was like, let me not do it for the 10-year. Um
I
so
guess, like
yeah, made me think
and
about
maybe
that.
I'm like, is Reasonable Doubt, Jay-Z's first album? Was it a debut album?
Yes, it was.
I guess I'm just like, if she does something like that for B-Day, I would just kinda be like, okay, that's just
Why?
random. It's your sophomore album,
Right.
and you randomly wanna commemorate it in a way as if it'd be different if it was Dangerously in Love or even I would even give it to Lemonade because I think that was defining for her. But I
Mhm.
or even self-titled, we can do that for but I just feel like B-Day was kind of just it was a good album, but it was not I think she's, like, broke the internet in other ways with in charts with other albums than this one. So
Yeah.
it seems to me she's just, like, trying to honor it, and I also think she's trying to get back into the cultural conversation and that's not just related to Jay-Z being annoying or her them being a capitalist. And so I feel like she wants to be in there for music and so she's like releasing this. That's what I feel like.
Mhm.
I don't know, like Drunk is good, but I don't know. I just find it nasty to be like once I hear that it's about like once I know that like she is talking about Jay-Z, it's just hard for me to listen because I find him to be unattractive. He looks like his breath stinks. I don't think he's like a good person.
Alexis.
I don't think he's a good person. I think he's like he was with her at such a younger age. It's just to me like it is disgusting. And so,
Mhm. I
um,
get that.
and she's like, it's just gross. But it's a great song. It's a great summer song, you know, like I like the vibe. But
Yeah.
when
I
do you
feel
think
like
this is well, I was gonna ask, do you think this at all is saying anything about Act 3? Like, do you think like it's a lot longer? Like, what do you think?
well, I do I kind of think like she is maybe waking B-Day up again, like, putting some respect on B-Day's name, and
Mm,
maybe we'll get Green Light and Sugar Mama on the stage. You know
love
what I'm
to,
saying? Like
love
maybe
to.
she's starting to try to bring that back, which if I was on your team, that's where I would point us in that direction.
If I hear again, like I
Because
always say, if I hear diva, if I hear like countdown, it's just like, bitch, you've done it so much. Like, give us something else. And I want to hear all night. Like, I want to hear Freakum Dress. I want to hear like, there's some songs that like we're ready for.
yes.
Sweet Dreams. Like, you can
And
make
so
that rock.
maybe she's trying to push us into like, B-Day was very rock leaning on some of
Hmm.
those, like mostly Greenlight.
Hmm.
Um, and so that's me putting on my like Beehive PhD hat, like, what could
We'll
happen.
see.
But
But
I
you were talking
do
about
think,
possibly a joint album, and I was like, my
well,
fucking.
my thing is like, yeah, well, that's what the internet's saying because so
Oh.
he announced that he's going to be performing on Beyonce's birthday, September 4th this year
Hmm.
in London. And what the internet is kind of running with is like, okay, September 4th was just in the news. Like they're talking about B-Day. Now Jay-Z announces this, show date.
Hmm.
And so yeah, that's like bringing up speculation about that, as well as
Hmm.
like album out now. I think that's how they released Everything Is Love. I think it
Hmm.
was at a London date, so that's why people are like, is a joint album coming? um and so, I mean, we haven't talked about the theory of Beyonce being pregnant in a while.
Do we
So
think she's pregnant? Like
I'm
she has
like,
disappeared.
we really have not seen her,
We
so
haven't. And
she
like,
really could be. Like even at the
so what
Roots
is your gut
picnic.
telling you? Do you think she's pregnant? And that's why she's releasing all these random shit. But we saw the Sacred video and she didn't look pregnant.
What sacred video? We didn't see her body in that video.
Coming out. But we did see her standing behind him looking weird with the blow dryer. Like her stomach looked flat there. We saw her
Let me see.
on the floor taking that picture. I agree. Like when he was lying on her lap, you couldn't see her stomach, but there were other times where we could see it.
Right. Well, I don't know. I mean, now I really don't know. Like I
I think she
haven't.
might be laying low just because it's his year. Like for her, she's like in the, he's going on tour basically. This is his time. She's not going to put anything out to like distract from the rollout. I could see her doing that.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely think that's a part of it. I just think that I'm still not discounting the baby all the way. I'm still not discounting that all the way. But I do think that's a part of it. I do think that the September 4th thing, and then he's performing on that day, I could see a joint album or his album or something coming out. But I also am just like, it's, as a fan, it's just kind of hard sometimes. It's just like you said, we don't want all this stuff to be with Jay-Z. Like we don't really want to think
No.
about him. Like it's making
Mm-mm.
it,
He's a senior citizen. We don't want to think about Morning Dew and him. Like it's gross.
ew, Alexis.
He's almost 60. And it's like we like your music. Like if I'm being honest, it's like I don't really care about Jay-Z. I don't care about him on it. Like we want a Beyonce album. Your marriage is your marriage. Leave that at the door. You
And
know,
it's
when it
just
comes
like,
to fans, we want you.
my thing is like, I think her argument, and it's true, is like he has been the subject of her music from the very beginning, as well as a collaborator. So it's like, that's what this has been this whole time.
I would
Like, I'm
like
not about to
stand
change
up.
up
Like if
now.
she said that in front of me, I'd be like, please stand up. Like I'm just like, there has to be a point where we are living for more than love. We're living for more than our husband. Like we're standing on our feet and we're happy to be here on our music. Like, it's just like,
I mean,
you
I
might
think
and
that's
this
a
is the
part
thing,
of it, but
you love him. You married him. So it makes sense that you want all those things, but we don't love him. We didn't marry him.
right, we
So
didn't
we don't
sign up
want
for
those
that.
things. So get out of that fucking brain part because we
And
don't
it's
love
like,
him.
I did like the Carters, like, I liked Everything Is Love, but that was a different
That
time.
was a different time, and that was
And
when
y'all
you
let
were
out too much of your
unlimited.
tea then too, because it's
Exactly.
just like, you're like
And y'all
telling
had
me,
to do that.
"Don't embarrass me on
Right.
your first date." Like, we
And I
don't
just
wanna
feel
think
like
of we think that's disrespectful.
and
He
the
needs to
lore
stop
of
that.
that was different because you were coming on the heels of Lemonade and everybody was there was all those news reports of y'all sleeping, on the run, you're on the run tour, you're sleeping in different like places. She's coming out in a wedding dress on
Well, that was
Resentment.
the
Like
second
the
one.
lore behind it, but even like you know what I'm saying? The lore behind this shit
Yes. Yes,
was
yes, yes.
there. So of course you had to address it. The elevator I mean, there was so much. Right now, though, we actually don't really care if you're a happy family, to be honest.
Right. You're right. They had
Like,
to do it after Lemonade.
right. And so I just feel like leave that to where it is. You're in love with him. You want to fucking we don't. So we don't want to hear from him. To be honest, let him do his pair shows and then come back as
And we
Beyonce.
don't want it to be a joint thing, but he's
Anyway,
performing on her birthday, so there's gonna be some, and maybe that's what she wants to do on her birthday. Go to her husband's concert.
well, let's move on. I really wanted to talk about Nolan Wells.
Yes.
Because I just like I feel like it's an interesting
Another
conversation.
July 4th weekend
Mystery.
happening, sadly.
So basically, he's a college freshman. And so basically on July 4th, he's 18. He's from Ocean Springs, Mississippi. A group of his friends. So it's important to note, Nolan Wells is a black boy. His group of friends that he went out with on the 4th of July were white. They went on a boat trip to Horn Island. It's a barrier island off of the Mississippi Gulf Coast. So it's not like you can just walk to it. You have to get on a boat to get to it. Wells' friends all returned back home that evening, but Wells did not. Prompting his mother to be reported missing, but also asked for help on social media. It triggered a 2-day search that caught the national attention. It came to an end though on Monday, unfortunately, when Wells' body was found on the island, and it was the body was identified as his. There has been a lot of conversation, I would say, starting on black social media, like Black TikTok, Black Twitter, just about like this
Yes,
is
we're having this
eerily
conversation.
similar. Just a conversation of being the token black person and being an only black person in white spaces and how it can literally cost your life. I'm thinking about that. There's a famous case of a woman who's
Yes.
at the over who died. I think her name was okay, yes, Tamla Hosford. She was a 40-year-old mother. She was
Mhm.
wait,
This
was
was
that
like
her
a
name?
mom sleepover.
It was a mom's sleepover. I don't know if it was Tamla actually. I do think it was, yeah. And yes,
Yeah.
Tamla Hosford. And so it was a mom sleepover. She was 40-year-old and she dies at this sleepover with all these
Yes.
white women who are there and they're all
Mhm.
alive. And I don't think any of them, her body was found dead in the backyard of the home
Yes.
where the
They
party
said
was
she
held.
fell off of the thing, off of the
Mm-hmm.
and then I saw another
And
case actually today. I'm gonna get
oh,
his
go ahead.
name. I think it might be Kendrick Johnson, but
Mm,
he died, like, they said that he fell on a mat at the school and suffocated, and um
that's
they're like,
interesting.
"That did not happen," and, like, yeah. So, there's, like, these instances of this where it's, like and, like, the people that are accused of are, like, these white boys, and, yeah,
So
so
yeah, it started these conversations of just like being the token black person, like I said, and being the only black person in the white spaces, and how like I don't know, this is my thought. Like when you're there, I think there is a level of care that comes when you're in a all black space. We're not gonna allow like a black kid to just like wander off into the street, like if we're not
no.
like or we're not gonna allow just like
Not
an
gonna
inherent
leave without
privacy.
anybody.
Right, we're not gonna leave without the group. But just by nature of racism and just, consciously or unconsciously, black people are just black people, or even I would say marginalized people, but in this case, black people are just not treated as human. Like, they're not looked at as equal or like
Yeah.
part of the gang. And so because of that, there's a lack of care. There's been a lot of conversations of why did these boys leave this leave Horns Island without their friend. Like when you go, I mean,
Mhm.
I've never gone to a party with a group of friends, and unless the girl was like, "Hey, I'm with another group of friends, I'm leaving with them," or I know I'm with my
Mhm.
boyfriend, I'm leaving with my boyfriend. I've never left a party, especially like in college when like those things are more happening,
Right.
or vacations when I would go on vacations with people without the group. Because there's just a
Mhm.
level of care there. But I can see a
Yes.
world where white people don't have that level of care for this
I
black boy.
mean, we arrived on a boat,
Right.
so we're not all getting back on the boat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like that is insane. Like, it's just like, yeah, that's not an environment either where it's like, yeah, like we left and we thought that he was no, like you came together, like the intention was to all be
This was
together
a
and you
trip.
left
It was a
you
4th of
left an
July holiday
island.
trip. Right.
Right,
And,
exactly. So
like, I
that's
know that
just
they
crazy.
say so his phone was left on the boat, which I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Probably not jumping in the water with your phone. But he
Yeah,
allegedly
that
was
that
talking
shows
to a
more
girl
intention.
at the Horns Island, but then they
So
interviewed the girl, and the girl said, "We only talked for, like," the girl allegedly said, we don't know if this is true, but that they only
mhm.
talked for a couple of minutes and then that was it. So the question is, what the hell happened from then on this island? Regardless, it's extremely disrespectful, inappropriate, egregious that you would not come back on the boat with your friend, and if your friend wasn't ready to get on the boat, you wait. It's just what it is.
Right,
Uh,
right.
that's because you know that they have no way of getting back. They don't have their phone. Phone's on the
Exactly.
boat. It's
Right,
egregious.
that
Nothing
shows
in
all the intention of him getting back on that boat. Like my phone is on the boat. Like
it's
I
just
was
very
coming
egregious.
back.
It's a
It
lack of
is. It's
care,
egregious.
and,
Mhm.
and
And
so then
it's
it's
yeah.
go ahead. Well, I was just gonna ask you
No.
because you had asked me earlier today, like, have I ever been in, like, the only black
Yeah.
person
It
in
like
this.
opens up this case study of like black people being the token black person in different situations
Mhm.
and like yeah, it's just and like my thing is just like what is going on in the white people's head? Like what happens when that
Yeah.
type of I think you're right. Like it's some type of like tribalism
Yeah, I don't
where
think
like
they see you as other, so you're not even in the world of human, I think, at that point. So it's just like, whatever, he'll be fine, get on the boat. Like, I think that's how they see it. Like, it's just truly, it's just a lack of empathy and care for him. Like, they don't see him as a part of the group.
but that's just
I mean, it's
crazy
sick.
to
It's sick.
result in death. Like, like in
Yes.
these situations, it seems like there is intention there, like with the disregard. Like it doesn't
Yes.
seem like, this child just happened to, you know what I'm saying? Like it seems like your carelessness or your reckless behavior led to this person being disregarded in this way.
Mhm.
Whether it was like purposeful, like this boy on TikTok, he was talking about, he was just saying like have these conversations with your kids about, you know, being the only black person because he said it was like a work trip and they went like canoeing and they were like going to swim to like the waterfall and he said like he asked them like before whatever, so they end up swimming to this waterfall and he said he's a pretty good swimmer but
Mhm.
it was like really rough and he realized he
Mhm.
wasn't like going anywhere and he was like help
Mhm.
like calling for help from his friends and they were
Mhm.
like no like you're good blah blah blah
Mhm.
and like he literally
And
thought
that's yeah.
he said he thought he was going to die that day
Mhm.
and luckily one of the people like grabbed him up and like
Absolutely. And that's why I said I think, like, that's why I said it was probably a situation of like, he'll be fine, whatever, we're leaving. Like, I think that's the more sinister part. Like, I think because black people are so like seen as subhuman, consciously or unconsciously, it is like literally in a level of disregard so casually. Like I feel like that's the thing that's even more sinister. I don't think that they went on that boat thinking we're gonna leave him and kill him. I think it's such a casual decision you make in your mind that like whatever. And that's the sick part to me. Because
mm,
to be so cavalier with it, to be so chill about the fact that you're leaving someone is even worse to me than
you're right.
intentionally doing it.
I mean
And so
Alexis sorry God.
because it's like trash. You just kind of just you're like whatever. I
I
threw it
mean,
away. You know.
literally, Alexis, like, we watched the Crash documentary yesterday.
Yeah. Mhm.
Like, that was another example. That boy Davion, the boy that
Mhm.
was like, yes, like the boyfriend too, but like,
Mhm.
this other kid that literally has nothing to do with their
Collateral
relationship.
damage.
Like,
Yep.
yes, it was like, I don't give a fuck about their life at all.
Yes.
Like,
Exactly.
it's
Exactly.
scary.
And
So
that's what I
yeah.
think things come from, where it's like
Yeah.
it's so casual as if they're black people are trash in these situations that they just easily make the decision, "No, I'm not gonna help, he'll be fine." You know, or just like, "We're
Right.
leaving, we're tired." Like, it's just a disregard.
Right.
I
Right.
hope that they go to jail. I don't care. I don't care if I don't care. It is reckless, it is endangerment, it is all like
Yes.
manslaughter to me, whatever. Leaving a friend that is a minor at a like on a location without anything to get back at an island that you have to fucking boat to.
Right.
And that
He
to
maybe
me is
even tried to
enough.
swim back. Like, he couldn't. Like,
Right.
it's just like,
It's a lack of
you
care.
it's a lack of care.
And there is I mean, I feel like there's
And the
laws for that.
parents just are crazy.
And I understand there's difference. Like I know when you like, say you like hit somebody with a car and they're like dying. I know that they ask like, did you try to CPR? Like, did you call the police? Like, it's like when something goes wrong, it's like,
Mhm.
did you call 911? I hope that they can use that
Right.
for this. It's like when you realize that you guys were on a boat knowing he was
Right.
still there without a phone, did you call for help?
Right.
Did you send
Right.
anything to anyone
Immediately.
else?
That's
Be
yes,
like, hey, we're
that's it.
leaving, but send another boat out or
Like,
something.
oh my God, we just realized that, like
Right. Mm-hmm.
you tried to do something. Yes. Cause like, there's just no way. Like, you can't tell me like you came with your friend on this boat and you just think that you're just going to go home without him
Well,
and
I
you
know
have
that
his
they don't.
phone.
Because did you
Like,
see they all lawyered up? They all have deleted their like I'm talking about the boys. All the boys' families lawyered up. All
of
the boys
course they
deleted their
did.
social media. All the families deleted their social media. So they absolutely know it looks fishy. This looks fishy, period. Like, like
I
lawyering up
mean,
way and
and
deleting your
it's
social media.
scary thinking about the crash documenting like those parents. Like, the way that they communicated and just, like, parented this girl, like, to the point where
Mhm.
she still is like, has no remorse or, like, whatever. The parents just, like, you could see how they enabled this behavior of being this careless, and it's just
And
like,
they this is the
ugh.
thing. You don't know how bad this went because I just read and it was like they're saying that the authorities suspect Wells drowned. You don't even know if it's something as like sinister as like they're starting the
They
boat and
pushed
he's like,
him.
guys, I'm not on it yet. And they're like playing and they're like, and they're being like, well, catch up. And then he like swims and drowns and they realize like, oh my God, like this went terribly wrong.
Right.
Like just like a lack of care. But we're not gonna get the
Anything.
truth. We're not gonna get the truth because there's unless they had a camera, there's no footage. This is only gonna be the word of the white boys who are trying to not get in trouble. And so that's the sad part. I think
They
that's
need a lawyer like the Crash had because
right.
he really went to
It's like there's gonna be no it's all word of mouth, and they have to
Right, I
separate those
know.
boys, separate those families, and hope that one of them cracks, but it's like no
And
one's gonna
hope
tell the
that they didn't text anything or say
right,
anything
exactly,
afterwards, yeah.
exactly, and so that's the scary part, but I mean, luckily for me, my
Yeah, what
parents
are these
chose
conversations?
to
Yeah.
raise us in the DMV, which is a predominantly Black area. We went to predominantly Black private schools. We, or diverse enough. We, I ended up going to University of Delaware, which is a white school. But even if I've always had Black groups of friends I could go to. And I would say
Yeah.
this, even if I was in a group, like I think about, like when I was in
Yeah.
Milwaukee, like
Right,
Shawnee's
I was gonna
obviously not
say, I feel like
Black.
you have more
But it was like
could
me and
have been
Terrence were
around Black
like
people.
buddy buddy. You know what I'm saying? Like me and
Mhm.
Terrence were like buddy buddy. And then and then it was like me and Hope became buddy buddy. It's like I've always been able to find Black people within those
Mhm.
spaces to like that I would hang out with consistently. And then at Austin, I feel like I made sure to find Tabitha. I made sure to find Bethany. And then I also feel like I
I
do a
guess
good job
that
of finding marginalized people in
mhm.
general. Like I feel like I make usually strong relationships with queer people like Jimmy, like people that still don't
Right.
feel mainstream. Like they're marginalized
Mhm.
in some way. Miguel. And so I guess that's like I'm intentional to never put myself in a space where it's just me.
But
Even if
have
there's
you
not a
been
Black
though?
person, there's
Like,
somebody else of color or
even
something.
like, my question though, I just
Yeah,
knowing you do have, like, a lot of white friends, so I'm just like,
I have like
are
4
you I
that I talk to.
mean, okay, I would just over the years, during the times where you were, like, in Delaware and stuff, like, I feel like
Yeah.
there would be times where you hung out with white people and, like, you had your group of black people, but, like, did you find yourself at times at the only black person and, like
No, because I was smarter than that. Like, I knew about safety. I don't know, like, I feel like maybe that's
mhm,
something my mother told me, but it's like, even like, I don't think I've ever been to a party where I was the only black person. Like, I don't think I
mhm.
would've left if I walked in. Like, I
Right,
don't think
right.
I've been to a bar where I'm the only black person.
Mhm,
I would say, once I went to Delaware, I was like, I need to become adult to like, it's like to be like to have a black community. I just no, I definitely talk to more white people than you, but like even at my time where I probably had like right now I probably talk to 4 white people consistently. Prior to that, when I had
mhm.
more, it's like no, like it's just something that I knew felt off. For me, it felt off, but maybe that's because was coming from a black community. I wonder if you ask this question to someone who grew up in a predominantly white, if they would not have those signals going off.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I think we grew up in a predominantly black place. Like we know the value and we know the difference. Like we know how it feels. And like, yeah, we were just never put in that place as kids. Like, but it is very normal for other kids.
Mhm. I mean, I would
If
never send my kid to an all white school. I don't care how good the school is.
yeah, no, no, no. It's like that does like psychological
And
damage.
I
Like,
definitely wouldn't go on a vacation with a group of white people and only that. Actually,
yeah.
I remember this one time I went to New Jersey to visit my friend Annie, and it was me,
Mhm.
Annie, and this girl named Lauren. So it was like 2 white girls and me. But even
Mhm.
there, I was like my mother was like, call me every second, whatever. I would
Mhm.
never go and watch her with a group of white people internationally. Like there's things. I mean, in Austin, there was a couple Amy and Al who like always asked me to go on their RV with them to this like lake in Texas, and I
Mhm.
never did it. And each time they would ask me, I would get like nervous in my stomach. I just feel like there's
Mhm.
signals that you have as Black people when you're taught to have those signals. But I don't know if
Mhm.
he was taught that. He's growing up in Mississippi. Like
No, yeah. It's like to be on a boat like that on July 4th in general, it's
right,
like,
it goes to show who he's around. I'm not celebrating July
yeah.
4th. You know what I'm saying? He is, and he's on a
Right.
boat, which is like very white to me.
Yeah.
July.
Yeah.
And
It's just an interesting conversation. It's like, yeah, you start to think like, have you ever found yourself like in those situations?
I might have, but then I immediately left. I think for me, I feel like I have a radar where it's like, I can't afford to die this way. Like, it's like I
And
gotta
this
go.
might I want to ask you this. We can take this out if you want. But I'm
But
just curious, like, when you're with your partner's family, do you ever feel like that? Because I feel like
like
that's what I'm
unsafe, is that the
thinking about.
question?
Those would be the context that you
That would
would
be the
find,
context.
and it's just like, how has that felt, and
Well, this is the
how
thing.
are you
I've
navigating
put
that?
up boundaries. I don't go to many all family events. Like the last family I went to was Thanksgiving. So like I'm very like I keep boundaries
Yes.
for myself to make sure that I'm not in those situations much. So like in
Mhm.
prior to Thanksgiving, it was a wedding and I wasn't the only black person because it was a black groom.
Mhm.
And so
So
and
I
his
guess
family.
when you
It was
have been when you went
yes,
to New
but I would
Hampshire for
say
Christmas.
I'm very selective with it, so I guess it's once a year, you know what I'm saying? It's like Thanksgiving, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't go to many all family events,
I
like,
feel
this
like
weekend she's going to
also
Cape
over
Cod,
the
and I'm not going, like,
years, yeah.
in the other years, it was still maybe once or twice a year, like, to be honest, like, we did Christmas we didn't do Christmas, we've never done Christmas, like, we've gone for a couple of days before Christmas, and then maybe and we didn't go to Thanksgiving the year that year. It's, like, truly for me, we don't I would say I see them once or twice a year where I'm in, like, the family group with them in the last, like, 4
Yeah.
years,
I
and
know. I feel like it's
I
happened less and less over the years.
yes, and so I feel like for me, I'm just intentional to not put myself in those situations. When I am, I mean, yeah, there are different things I do for safety. I mean, I definitely always like no, like, I always have the option in my mind that, like, if I
Yes.
feel uncomfortable, I can always go to an hotel. Like, Julia knows
Mhm.
that. Like, Julia has said that to
Mhm.
me many times. Um,
Mhm.
we
I
also
mean,
usually
I
go
know.
by car, so it's like I always have the option to just be like, "Fuck it, I'm going back to Maryland," you know, like, I'm driving by. So I feel like I always have
Yeah.
out, and I'm also just a boundary person. Like, I am a person,
Mhm.
so it's just like I'm not
Right. You're not gonna be like letting shit get over. Like, go.
right, I'm not
Right.
going in a car, driving with them to out of state line, you know, like, I'm locking the
Mhm.
door when we go to sleep, like, you know, it's like and just doing things that, like, make sure
Yeah,
that I'm safe, but
for sure. But I
I
think
would s
that's like you said, having that knowledge of like, just to be cautious, like when you're the only
yes,
person,
you can't trust
like.
anybody, like, you can't trust anybody, I don't care if we're family by blood, by marriage,
I
like,
mean, I
I
told
would
you
never
that
let the
time where
only person I mean, black person in that room anyway.
yes, I told you when I was at my, like, my white side of the
Mhm.
family, and, like, my pop-up and my mom left, and it was just like, "Okay, I'm really the only black person here right now." Like, "Alright," like, I'm like, there was just, like, a shift in me that was just like, "Okay, like, I should go. I should go."
Yeah, you just have a radar, and I
Um,
hope that and that's why I think, like, I
but it's
really,
just
really
sad. I don't
believe
know what that
parents
is.
yeah, and I also just think Black people, yes, have the conversation, but also really be intentional to not put your kid in these situations,
Yes.
because even if
That's
it's
the
not
best thing you can do.
right, because even if it's not life-threatening, it's damaging in other ways, in, like, your self-esteem, and you
Yes.
know, so it's just like, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah,
So,
just it
yeah,
is much better to have people, like, that look like you, that you
right.
can don't have to explain yourself
And
to, and
honestly, I would say it to white parents too in the opposite way. If you are ever sending
mhm.
your kid to a school as a white kid who is only surrounded by white people, that should be alarm bells to you too. Where, like, if
Yes.
you want to, like, inform their
Have a kid
character, you
that's
should
yes.
probably think about putting them in a more diverse place. And so it's just
It'll
like,
make them a better person.
yeah, it's just
Hopefully.
either way, it's bad, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, true. I wanted to get your thoughts lastly on this Chris Brown dog attack. So
Yeah.
Chris Brown was ordered to pay $13 million to Housekeeper because she was unfortunately mauled by his dog. This
Oh,
happened in
bad.
2020. Yeah, so she was attacked by the dog. It's a Caucasian Shepherd used as a guard dog. At the
Mhm.
trial in, it says
And she's had to
she
get,
was
like, surgery,
yes,
like,
she was
she was
left with serious
configured.
injuries
Yeah.
to her arm, face,
Mhm.
requiring dozens of sutures and skin grafts from her abdomen to her arm. She was left with post-traumatic stress disorder, nerve damage, which makes it difficult to work. It says Brown was at home during the attack, and in his own testimony, he said the dog, he said he, wait, in his own testimony, he secured the dog in a kennel after it injured
Mhm.
Avila.
But
His
she didn't
security
immediately call
guard
911, he called
yes.
his manager to call 911.
He said his security guard called an ambulance, but Brown left before it arrived, telling the court he did so to avoid a media circus. Her sister was also there, and she was awarded $885,000 for emotional distress, and her husband was awarded $50,000. So
Um,
yeah, I just didn't want to let this one go by because I feel like lots of people tried to, I don't know, just overlook Chris Brown's history. And it's just like, just say you don't care if you don't care, fine, whatever. But it's just like, come on. Like, this is just so irresponsible, so unnecessary. $13 million, like, and then paying her sister and his husband is just like, this was really bad. And I think it comes back to kind of what you're saying about like just this disregard for other people. That just kind of reminds me of this as well. I wanted to also bring up Kylie Jenner is getting sued by a third employee because she overworked her, and like the girl's asking for damages because she lost her baby. She had a miscarriage. So it's just, again, just disregard for other people. But I just wanted to get your thoughts on Chris Brown and the situation.
I agree. I mean, it's terrible. I think it's disgusting he didn't immediately call 911. I know he said it's because he didn't want the press of it, but it's disgusting. Again, it's a lack of care. Like,
No.
it's like maybe
Yes.
who cares what color she was? He clearly doesn't see his workers as equal to him, so there's a lack of care there. Um, I
Yes.
don't understand why a guard dog would do that to a worker, and if it was success and if you knew that it could do that, I would be putting him up immediately when anybody comes in the house.
Right.
And just to fight it, I guess there's, like, a thing of, like, shame, like, I don't know, me and Julia were watching Maternal Instinct, and, like, basically the lady ends up
Mm,
cutting a baby out of Zoe's stomach, and she gets sentenced to death row. She's trying to appeal that, and I just said something to Julia being like, "At this point, just to eat it. Like, you killed the mom by cutting the baby out, you killed the baby by cutting the baby out, and
right.
now it's like, at a certain point, do you have no shame? Just take your fucking death row and sit there in death row." And I feel like this is the same with this. You probably saw the attacker, the aftermath of the attack. You saw her face was disfigured. You saw her arm was disfigured. To then go as far as to like not just give her the amount of money she wants is shameless to me. Like you have to at a certain point have some shame.
Right.
So
Right. Right.
but he's a bad person. And then Kylie, I
You
think
said
it's
the
these celebrities,
blood.
they just don't see that's he's a bad
Hmm.
person. But I just think these celebrities, they don't see their workers as human or of needing care, of needing a break, of needing politeness, all of it.
Right.
So I think that that's what you get. This is how you get people them
Mm.
suing the daylights out of them because this is the only way they can get justice in these situations, and that's horrible. It's really sad. It's really really sad.
Yeah, I
But
don't know. I
I also
just like literally it says the blood kind of freaked me out, adding that he was in shock when he followed his manager's advice to leave the scene before EMS arrived.
I don't even care. You're a
It's
terrible
just
person.
that is
If I
so terrible.
if my dog
Like,
attacks somebody, I'm calling 911. Like it's
and
just
you're
like you're a
staying
terrible
with
person.
them. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like take responsibility. That's the thing. It's like you're always running away. Like,
Mhm.
just yeah. It's just I can't with that. I just can't
I
with
can't either. It's
that.
hard for me to talk about people like him and like Jay-Z and stuff because I do think there's just like a serious lack of care. And it's like
But that's
and
the same thing I feel like about Taylor Swift and this wedding. Like,
but
I think that she's the same kind of person. Like,
oh, she
I
is.
think
They're all
that
bad.
there's such a disregard for everyday people. Like, I don't care what you think
Yes.
is
If you get
you
to a
think that we
billionaire, you
should care
have a disregard
about your
for many
wedding
things.
that much?
Yes. You
Like,
have a disregard for many things though at that point, is what I'm trying to say. I think it shouldn't come as a
I've
surprise to you.
never seen no shit like this.
I think you'd be
I've
surprised. Like,
never
I
seen
mean,
no shit like putting Just Married on a jumbotron. I've never seen a celebrity do that.
we haven't seen maybe that act, but we've seen things just as egregious. I mean, I think
Remind me.
the yacht that Jeff Bezos has that they like he needed to get through the bridge in I think Norway, so
Oh,
he literally
yeah, for sure.
the bridge to bring like it's like
Yes.
we'll
I
be doing shit
definitely
like weird ass shit.
I guess
And
I
we
just mean with, like, really I was just saying more so, like, celebrity relationships, like,
oh. I mean,
it's
no,
just
but again, this is part of her
very
brand. Like,
weird.
I mean, it's just like Taylor's a
That's
weirdo. We
sick.
understand it. Like, we've moved on. Like, the girl is strange. I don't know why she wants to do that. Nobody in their right mind wants to have this type of wedding, but I think she's getting paid. I think this is part of her brand now. This is not
And I
a
think that she's
relationship
making
now.
a serious I think she's choosing sides. I mean, she's already chose sides by being a billionaire. That's the other thing we need to remember. I need to remember is that especially after seeing like the Mike Rubin's My Party with literally everybody
Mhm,
intermingling. It didn't matter if they were MAGA, Lil Wayne,
mhm,
it's like this
mhm.
is this is their people.
Absolutely.
Snoop
And I think that's
Dogg,
say it. This is their people.
Ivanka Trump, all of them. So I
Mm.
don't even know
Well,
why we get surprised at
let's wrap
this
it up because we're
point.
on an hour and 20 minutes. But yeah,
Isn't that
it's
weird?
sad. It's sad. It's sad. I feel for them and hopefully
What does this mean for us, Alexis?
what?
Just us talking about these celebrities. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just
They're
interesting.
awful. But I think like at this point, I think we've
It's
understood
like
that. Like
entertainment.
yeah, I mean, I
Are
think
you
it's
not
entertainment.
entertained? That's probably
I'm
what they're trying.
entertained, but I feel like sometimes I'm like,
Not when it's fucking us up. Like, we are not
yeah,
in
I'm
good
enter
shape over here.
yeah, I think as
Like,
long as people call it out and stay on their necks, then it's just like fine.
I
But
would
I
like
think
to see more of that.
I
would
will
like to see more
say
of that.
I mean, again, everything's a bubble, but I would say, like, I did not see much good press for Taylor this
For
weekend.
sure. I didn't
Like, I
either.
think that they've been on her neck. Chris Brown, I feel like I remember seeing stuff on Twitter with people retweeting me like he is a monster. Like, like just like to fight someone
Yeah,
who's
there's some people
face.
that have
So
accepted
people,
it.
I think Beyonce is really the one person, and I'm sure Taylor too, but Beyonce is really the one person where I see people delusional. But I think there's enough people on her neck, but it's just sad. It's just
I
tired.
haven't
Like, I
seen a
guess
lot of people, yeah.
well, my timeline, I was Shanice. So it's just sad, but hopefully today I'm leaving with they're all fucked up and I hope these white boys go to jail. That's kind of how I'm leaving it. I hate them. These white boys suck.
I know, it's a
I need
problem.
to
It's a
yeah.
problem.
I can't wait. I hope that trial is on TV because I want to see what their defense is.
Yeah, we need to be watching.
Mhm.
But anyways, thank you all for listening to this week's episode. We hope you enjoyed it. We are going to be back next week. Make sure you guys email us at whoamitojudgepod@gmail.com. Follow, like, subscribe, all the things. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening. Remember to email us your discussion topics at whoamitojudgepod@gmail.com. Also, remember to subscribe to Who Am I to Judge podcast on Spotify and everywhere you get your podcasts. If you love us, please rate us and review. And if you don't, leave us alone. Tell a friend to tell a friend. See y'all next week. Bye, friends.